I wanted to go there for a long time because it's a huge country, it's a language I've never heard about. And I got there, I met my friend who lives in Jakarta, and I find that Jakarta is a very special place in many ways. It's huge, and it's like, it's a Muslim country, but still there's so many shopping centers there, I don't know who's going to buy all the stuff from those. The prices were so high, so on. So I'm with my friend, and then suddenly I got this idea that like how much, everything is kind of cheap there, so I'm thinking how much would the motorbikes cost here? So we go to the local site to check out the prices, and I found out that you can get a Suzuki Thunder 125 for 200 euros. And I'm thinking that's pretty cheap, so I decided I'm gonna buy that stuff. So I went to with him to buy the motorbike. This was on New Year, one day before New Year's Eve. I got the bike, it was working, everything fine, and then oh okay, got it. And the next day was New Year's Eve. I was gonna go meet this girl I had met some time before, and I said let's meet at this art gallery in this shopping center, okay? So I leave
6 p.m.
At that time. I think I told her 1 p.m. and I started leaving at 12. You know, I started going. What about it's fucking awesome. You know, Jakarta, it's a huge city. I go around there, and then I have Google Maps here, so I'm gonna find it in 1 hour, no problem. And then I go around, and suddenly I noticed that the roads there, Jakarta is a massive city. It's not like Berlin. Berlin is a small place. So a lot of the roads were one-way direction, so I couldn't just go there like this. I had to go around, and soon the clock was 1, and I'm oh, she's waiting for me. Oh shit! I'm not even close. I go around, and I still can't find the place. And then at some point, I start thinking there must be a way. I can't turn to the right because the traffic's on the left side here. I can't turn to the right. How can I get there? I'm thinking there has to be a solution. Then
Close your eyes.
I closed my eyes, and then I thought simple geometry. If I have to go to right, but I can't go right, then I go straight, left, left, left. And I'm okay. At this point, I'm already 1 hour late. It's a huge traffic there, and later it takes me 1 hour. I'm getting close to the place. And actually, I've never put anyone to wait as long as 3 hours. I got 3 hours late. And there's actually someone waiting for me. I know, I was very sorry. I said
European guy.
Exactly. So I found the place, you know, we had some talks.
That's awesome.
I know, so we had some talks and we spoke about the Indonesian language. And you know, Bahasa Indonesia is the language there. And what I found really interesting about the language is that it's not really Asian for me. I mean, it sounds more like Asian understandable, Asian, and you hear it the first time and you can actually say it, not like Chinese where it's oh, you have to be perfect every time. So I was really surprised that the structure of the language is very, actually I would even consider it similar to Finnish, because it has these vowel systems, vowel consonant, and some of the words even meant the same. This was crazy, I couldn't believe it. If you want to say same thing in Bahasa, you say someone, whatever is happening, you say sama-sama. It means the same, the same thing. In Finnish, it means the same thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was I couldn't believe it. I'm what? There's no way. So I was really surprised how Indonesian language is easy, it's easy to learn. It's not like any other, let's say, Asian language, because the first time you hear it, you can say it, and it's also some words, for example, number 1 is satu, and satu actually is Finnish too. It means hurt or number 1, or it can also be a name.
I wonder if this is a coincidence, or if there's some kind of link. Finnish is...
Not linked.
It's a coincidence.
Just a coincidence. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just a coincidence, but maybe they're so different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's the same thing, Finnish and Japanese have the same link, same some things. If someone
same
says
thinking, same grammar, same logic.
no, same sounds and same similar structure, in terms of the sound.
Syllables.
Yes, vowel, syllable.
Oh, the emphasis.
Yeah. So
No.
No.
But it sounds the same.
Phonetic system, because the phonetic system of Finnish and Japanese and I suppose Indonesian is the same. There is so much.
Some parts of the
there are
phonetics
so much
are
clusters
very
you can make of. So sometimes words can match.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.
I talk important.
But
Yeah,
The other thing about Indonesian is it uses Latin letters. I think it's the only
that's true.
Asian language that you can
Philippines also uses.
And also Vietnam. Vietnam used Latin letters.
Malaysia also.
Actually, I was.
Malaysia.
It's almost the same language.
Bahasa
No,
Malaysia.
no.
It's like 60%.
No, it's the same language.
It's very
just
similar.
A little different.
Malay.
Malaysian and Indonesian.
Bahasa Melayu.
Bahasa. Yes, it's
Are
very
they
similar.
similar?
Yes.
They're not similar.
It's like Finnish, Swedish, and Swedish. It is the same language, but it's not. You know, some small things are different.
I thought they are different.
Yeah, they're pretty. Of course, would have to like need some Indonesian expert,
Yes,
Malaysian
right.
expert to say.
Come on.
Belgium.
So where are they? All the Indonesian experts.
Keep it quiet.
Here.
Belgium.
You should have a lecture. Then.
What do you say?
So you speak Bahasa?
Oh, really?
Why not teach us?
Then we're gonna change. I start telling stories about Indonesia. So yeah, if my last minute, Indonesia, if you haven't been there, okay, this is one thing I'm gonna, like all the girls do not listen, I'm just talking to the guys. Jakarta, if you go out in Jakarta and you're a white guy, you know, you're just normal looking guy, whatever, the girls will attack you there.
Everywhere in Asia.
No.
Everywhere.
Everywhere in Asia.
No.
Everywhere outside
No.
Europe.
I have in Jakarta, the girls can, you know, take here, they like ask the name.
Even the Muslim girls?
Huh?
Even the Muslim.
I don't know if they were Muslim.
Yeah,
So I've heard this from so many people, like Jakarta, it's just like you're a white guy and they just come like this. You don't have to go talk to people like they will.
So what
Yeah.
happens if you're a white woman?
I think there's.
I think it's.
No, you're still.
I don't know.
He
I have to wait for my next line. It's trying to go white women.
You have to go into all this.
Yeah.
Well, she would know.
Yeah, with the woman, I don't know. I know as a woman, also they grab you, they touch you, they
Floor is yours.
They're very attentive to you.
yeah, because they never.
Because you're white. A lot of them.
Yeah. Once I was in a remote island, and I woke up at 10 in the morning. I woke up. Around me, the whole village was standing around my bed. Close my eyes again. It's so horrible, and it was so late because Indonesians normally get up like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was up until 10.
But not because
Were
you
they
were
smiling?
sleeping naked, right? Not because you were sleeping
No,
naked.
no, no.
No, it was just white. It was in Madura. I don't know if you know. That's above Java. It's not touristic. They never see foreigners there, and it was really horrible. No, I mean to wake up and be surrounded by the whole village.
Not like smiling and happy to see you.
Nobody imagine you're sleeping, and then you wake up, open your eyes, and you see a whole village around your bed.
So how many people?
Altogether 40 men.
Did they bring you breakfast at least?
Sorry?
Did they bring you breakfast at least?
No, nothing I remember. But then somehow I had to get up, and I got up, and then all the women were, oh, kamu sih, kenapa nggak pakai make up? Why don't you put makeup? They're so.
So is it that they just have a different sense of privacy, or that
Yeah.
foreigners
There is no
don't
privacy. There is no in Indonesia. There is no privacy.
not for anyone, or just not for foreigners?
Not for anyone.
So you change your clothes in front of the whole village? In the morning?
Sometimes you have to stay. You put your sarong and then you change somehow. Yeah.
But why did you end up there in the whole village?
Because I was visiting and I knew a family there, so I was going to visiting and yeah, it wasn't the best. No, but they were nice and it was okay afterwards. But they don't know privacy really.
Yeah.
I had a friend and an Indonesian friend, and the house were always full of people, always. And once she told me, I can't anymore. I want to be alone with my husband, which is married like 2 months, but never. And when he brought me home, so I always were visiting them, and then he brought me home at night, but not alone. All his friends came with him. So they brought me back home like, I don't know, 5 people. And I asked, so why all you come? So, nanti kalau dia pulang, nanti dia nggak sendiri. So when we go back home, he wouldn't be alone in car.
Nice excuse. Right, sure.
No, but that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They don't want him to be alone when he brought me home, and then he came back. So he would drive his car by himself, and no, it would be so sad and whatever. In Indonesia, you're never alone.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cute. Isn't it weird?
But isn't it right? In Indonesia, you're never alone. And all Indonesians, they are always like
In
this.
Indonesia too, you're not ever alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the Asian countries are like that.
Yeah. And they grabbing each other, they guys,
Very touchy.
yeah, very touchy. And you see
Very
always
biological.
one guy is sitting like this. And some two guys are hanging, I don't know how to express it in English, like, you know, like this.
Yeah.
So they're sitting in the street,
Like hugging him.
hugging from behind, and yeah. That's very neat.
So how come the Indonesian and Malaysian are the same language?
Yeah, okay, let's see what I remember. Indonesia had no language, but no common language, because every island spoke their own language. Javanese and Maldives and Balinese and whatever. And then came the Dutch people. And Dutch was supposed to be the lingua franca there. And Malaysian were the lingua franca in this area, so also the Philippines and Hong Kong were Malaysian. And if I remember well, in 1920, they started the first organization against the Dutch colonization, and they needed a language so that Balinese and Javanese and Sumatran people could communicate, and they chose to take the lingua franca of this area, which was Malaysian. And then they chose to call it Bahasa Indonesia, so Indonesian language. And the difference is only that Malaysian has more English loanwords, while Indonesia has more Dutch loanwords because of the colonization.
Okay.
So if I'm not wrong, in Malaysia you say bag, right? Like a bag. Bag is bag.
And helmet
And
is
in
helmet.
Indonesian, sorry?
Also helmet is helmet.
Helmet. Helmet. Yeah, it's Dutch, I think. And in Indonesia, a bag is tas, like Dutch. So there are difference in loan words. And I would say Malaysian and Indonesian is like Austrian and German. Or Norwegian and Swedish. No, even closer, right? So I speak with him and he understands me. At least he says understands me perfectly. Yeah.
You want to write down like some stuff, like some conversation?
Sorry?
You want to write down some conversation so we can actually...
Yeah, I would like. I don't know what to. Like, how are you? I'm fine. Huh?
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Alaikum assalam.
But it's what they say in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
But
it.
not here.
Close to the club.
Wait.
Everywhere in the
Whiteboard.
world.
Wait.
My favorite is Indonesian English.
Sorry. What's
Hello,
this?
hello,
I mean, this is for giants.
But that's deep. Germans are big too.
That's right.
Yeah, that's an Arabic word. Apa kabar? How are you? Kabar, Arabic. Kabar, news. So what news? What news? Apa kabar? Kabar baik. Baik. Good.
It's not bagus?
Bagus is something, but what was the difference? It's like well and good. Bagus is good and baik is well.
Aha! Wow, I'm better at Indonesian than I thought.
Yeah.
Bagus.
Ini misalnya, apa? Okay, you draw something, and I say, wow, bagus.
Bagus.
No, bagus is well. Right?
No,
is
bagus
well.
you would say that's...
Ini bagusnya well, baiknya good kan?
It's like they're kind of the same.
Okay,
You can use them interchangeably.
Not in Indonesian.
I'm good.
Not in Indonesian. So if you tell me something, I say, wow, great, I would say bagus. Bukan yang baik. Okay.
Normally it's not yes or no.
Udah baik. Baik saja.
Baik saja.
Good only.
That's how they speak English.
Yeah.
It means like very good or...
It's like, no, it's like,
Baik.
nothing special happens.
Ah,
Okay, I'm fine.
Normal.
Ya normal pakai saja.
How do you say yes?
Like saja.
Oh yeah. So that's Indonesia problem is Indonesia has a high or the standard language which is only spoken in TV. Oh no, by news.
Okay.
How did I say in English? News.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. News.
What is it called?
All the others speak slang.
Slang.
And it's really different, completely different. And no one would speak, no one would, for example, know is tidak.
Tidak.
Tidak. Yes, it's very easy. Yeah.
What's no entry? Tidak.
Kenapa?
No entry. Tidak.
Something.
I just said it.
Masuk kan dilarang? Masuk. Masuk, entry.
Dilarang.
Dilarang masuk. Dilarang masuk.
Is this the way
But no
you write
smoking.
it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But
exactly.
Indonesians would say.
It's probably one of the. It's probably the easiest Asian language to learn.
So that's the official no. Tidak.
Tidak.
Nobody says that. Most people say enggak. Enggak. It sounds strange. It's like that's how foreigners speak. Tidak.
Yeah, that's right.
Saya tidak mau membeli. I don't want to buy this. Yeah. Okay, apa lagi ya?
Well, I like the you know the good morning. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Terima kasih. Is that?
Good morning. Selamat. Selamat pagi. Morning. Selamat pagi. Good morning.
You can hear it also in the bed at 10 o'clock. Selamat pagi.
It's no, they didn't. I didn't hear anything.
Maybe they were worried you weren't breathing.
Selamat siang. Good day.
Pagi would be
Pagi.
morning.
Selamat datang is welcome. Okay, like from 5 o'clock when I get up till maybe 10.
Like
And
morning.
then from 11, 10, 11
Als je
till
gaat dus wekkerbollen zo. With the sun.
15 maybe.
Good morning, good day.
Selamat sore, good afternoon, from maybe 15 till, or 14 I would say, till 17 maybe. And selamat malam, good evening.
The two most important words, thank you and sorry.
Thank you. Is there something I can...
And
No, but there's also space.
Oh,
You can write smaller.
Sorry, is it an accent?
Wait, well, what is the
sorry?
An accent?
Selamat sore.
Oh, sorry. No, I just put it.
Oh, it's a
I'm used to it now because normally, yeah, you can write it with an accent. Why? Because normally it's a schwa.
Okay.
In this case, it isn't a schwa. So I don't know if they've read it with this or like in books.
Never mind, never mind.
Oh, it's sorry, not sorry. Okay.
Sorry and thank
So,
you. The two most
sorry,
important
maaf. It's also Arabic. Maaf. Oder? Oh, sorry. Sorry. And thank you. Terima kasih. Pada. Terima kasih. And terima kasih means I got
Is that an H? H.
I'm right. So terima means I got. And kasih, affection, love, not love, but affection. Right? Kind of, I received affection. That's what you say, terima kasih. I received affection.
Of course, I like to hug each other.
And maybe you know the plural, you just double the word. Like, ini, meja, it's Portuguese, meja. 2 tables, meja. Kursi, which is Arabic. Stools, kursi.
So three tables is measure.
No.
Measure.
Not 3 tables. take that.
Very long.
No, so if you use a number, you just use singular, like tiga meja, 3 tables. But if you were to say there are many tables, no, many, always if you use a word which indicates a number, like many or 3 or whatever, you only use singular. But if you want to say the people, blah blah blah, people is orang, like orangutan, you would say orang-orang. Di sini orang-orangnya. Many people, orang-orang. Orang Brazil sama orang Brazil juga, orang Prancis, orang Itali sama orang mana sih? Oh, orang Finlandia, orang Jerman, Turki gitu. Ini orang.
Bagus.
Hah?
Bagus.
Bagus kan? Okay. No, okay, so plural, double the word. Some other words you would like to know.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
You
night.
have good evening.
That's good evening, yeah, you don't have,
Everyone's sleeping.
malam is night. So malam would be night, but if you say, in German,
Like
you
I
say
said,
good,
by
no, like in the European languages, mostly you say good night if you leave, right?
You go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you go to sleep or you leave at night, or whatever. Selamat malam, you can use all night long, but as agreed. And if you want to say, okay, sleep well, you have to say sleep well, it would be selamat tidur. Tidur is to sleep. Tidur.
Sorry, selamat is good.
No. Selamat is. How would you translate selamat from the
Usually means safe.
Yeah.
Feel safe.
It's from the
It's from salam, of course. That's why it's hard for me. Okay, he's safe, feel safe. It's from salam.
Okay.
But you use it as always.
Shalom,
You can
shalom.
say
Yes, because
salamat sukses, salamat.
Peace.
It's very funny because salam in Portuguese is a kind of a ham, like a kind of a sausage. Salam.
So always when you wish something, you put salamat in front of it. Selamat jalan, have a nice travel, have a nice way
Something
home.
nice.
Yeah.
Selamat
Selamat makan, have a nice meal. Makan is eat. Selamat makan, have a nice meal.
Zeigen Sie or excuse me, how do you approach someone? This is
Permisi, permisi.
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 That's like
Like Portuguese. Used to be Portuguese.
Portuguese, yes.
Yeah.
Because the Portuguese were the first one in Asia, the first colonizers.
Yeah.
in Malacca.
Yeah.
How is the numerical system? Is it something direct just like in Chinese or something more complicated just like in French or Danish?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so on.
So 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3 and so on.
Like 11. Yeah. Next, they use another, I don't know why. So 10 is sepuluh. Sepuluh is 10. And 11 and 12 sebelas.
Say is 10.
12, 13. So you don't say just a second. So 13 and so on. So this would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and so on. To say 20, then 10. Se indicates always 1. So 20 is 20 and 30 is 30.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that scares me the most of Japanese. So counting. Apparently, everything you count, you have to use different.
Everybody's.
They have categories, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, but you have
So
to
it's a flat
like guess
object.
is a
it's
person.
Oh yeah, they do.
Apparently
They
the person is in the
do.
same
They have as well. Yeah.
Ah.
They have also those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ekor is always yes.
Can you talk about animals?
Sorry.
Animals?
what animals? So the names. Of
Yeah, names of animals.
Names of animals. Okay.
Or sounds of animals. Or they're different in different
How
languages.
does a cat?
How do you say Amara?
So it would be kucing.
Kucing.
And this one, it's my favorite Indonesian word
Oh yeah.
because it sounds so sweet. It's kelinci, kelinci.
It's funny, my favorite German word is squirrel.
Is that a rabbit?
Yes, it's a
A
rabbit.
rabbit.
Kelinci.
It's
So,
cute.
What? Squirrel. Oh, but in
would be anjing.
squirrel is a squirrel.
But be careful as it's a
Is
Muslim
it a
country.
bear or
I'm still
not?
talking about squirrels.
A bear.
Okay.
Squirrel.
So your dog is good.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Anjing.
Yes, it's Romanian.
But it's also swear word. It's a Muslim country.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah.
Romanian at all.
What more animals? What animals? Tell me an animal. Fish. Fish.
Okay, say again.
Ikan.
You?
So ikan fishes. Or as Indonesians would say pisces.
And do they say differently, for example, when we are talking about the animal or the meat? Like, for example, when you have in Spanish,
Yeah.
pescado.
No. I just was no. Makan ikan to eat fish. No.
Simpler.
It's
Much simpler.
And Indonesian, I think many of you speak like Chinese maybe. That's the same grammar. So you don't have conjugation, you don't have declination, there is no future, no nothing.
Must learn this language.
Sometimes the problem for me was sometimes it's, I wouldn't say too easy, but we are used to speak like in relative clauses and whatever. And then you have a huge German sentence in your head. And in Indonesian, it's just so simple. It's just like, it's so simple.
In German, like people know that
Exactly. That you're trying to say something, and then in Indonesian, you're just like.
The other side of the wall.
For example, let's say after dinner or after eat, it's nice to get some sleep. In Indonesian, it would be habis makan. Habis makan. Enak tidur. Which would be ready, eat, nice, sleep.
How would you say that in German?
Nach dem Essen ist es schön, ein bisschen zu schlafen. Yeah, that's fine. And that's the beginning. It's very that you said it can't be that easy. It just can't be that easy, but it is.
Chinese is even easier.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's too easy.
But I mean, more
Don't
easy-
forget, Chinese is
easier
the
than
root of all
words.
Asian culture, so it has to be easy.
But how can it be easier than just 4 words?
I said, 吃饭睡觉, that's it.
And that means?
That means eat, sleep. That's it. That's it.
We don't have
If I would say makan tidur, it would be strange. Eat, sleep, that doesn't make sense.
I know, but they try it. They just
And they know
Eat,
that's it.
sleep.
You can make it more complicated, but no Chinese would ever bother. You know,
And you would understand it means it's nice to sleep after having a meal.
It's all about the context.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I say the two phrases I know in Indonesian is I'm tired and I'm hungry. I don't know why.
Where's the toilet?
Those were useful.
Where is the toilet?
Oh yeah, very.
First you have to be hungry and then you...
Yes, first you have to be hungry and then
You had some animal
Eat,
already?
sleep, no, eat poops.
Mana ada WC, oder ada
let's say.
kamar mandi. Our kamar mandi is bathroom, but normally it's. But Indonesians, and that's so funny. It's like, for example, in English you say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the toilet because you don't say toilet because. Indonesians tell you, if you don't know them,
Yes.
oh, I have to make peace. Yeah, so I say, oh, Makating.
Small one, big one, big one.
They don't say.
Describe
But
all.
there's no
So if you have to go to the toilet, you can say, Makating. Mouth, I want. Kating, it's to urinate.
But little kids do it in Europe too.
Yeah, but
Mama, I made a big one. Look, look.
Yeah, but we're talking about grown
They do the same thing.
But in Indonesian, even you are with some friends, or you don't, you just get to know them.
Yeah.
So say, oh, permisi, mau kencing dulu. Oh, mau pis.
If you're together all the time, you need stuff to talk about, right? So
Yeah,
exhaust all the subjects.
exactly, that's right.
Strange subjects.
But WC, kamar mandi. Kamar mandi. Kamar means room, mandi means bath.
What's the word for
Room
white
bath.
foreign tourist? There seems to be a word for that in all Asian languages.
Oh,
Boleh,
Boleh.
boleh,
Saya
orang
boleh.
boleh.
Saya boleh bagus.
Nih, saya boleh baik.
Saya
Ya kan,
boleh
saya boleh baik.
What is bule?
Bule, it means albino. It was used in English.
Albino.
Albino. It was used for Dutch people before. Boleh pengen ya, oh, rambutnya bagus.
In Cantonese, it's even more fun. They say "say quite loa."
Yeah,
They,
quite loa.
they say quite loa. They say that's white ghost.
White
I mean, between each other, of course, it's Colombia, but they call it, oh my God, the white ghost, right? These albinos, and they don't have pigments in their skin. Oh my God.
And one thing, if you go to Indonesia and you're European, there will people will come and take photos of you. Like,
Yeah.
they-
Yeah.
like it's
You
first
should
it's
charge money.
cool, whatever.
You should charge money.
But at some point when it starts happening 30 times in a day, it's kind of.
You should charge
The
money.
weird thing is, when you haven't seen me
The
in
only
Europe, you have
solution
like
is you tell them
just
to
a
sell
store.
pictures.
Sorry?
Sell your pictures in the street.
Yes.
There's no
Is
way
there a
you think
difference
everyone
between the
wants
formal
to
and
sell
informal
something.
speech?
Oh,
They go away.
good question.
Be polite, you know?
You have a lot of different eyes and a lot of different views and a lot of different whatever. It's like in all Asian languages, you have to know more or less the age of the other person, and
But you can't ask, so you have to guess.
exactly. So let's say the most formal I would be saya. Saya, you say if you talk to foreigners, not to foreigners, but to people who don't know, you would say saya. And then, but it changed because I must admit the last time I've been in Indonesia was 10 years ago.
Really?
Yes. Aku,
Oh, should we go back?
What happened?
I know, children.
Children. Bring them.
Children.
No.
Too hot, too this, too that. I don't like the food, I don't like the weather, I don't like anything. No way.
They didn't inherit the traveling gene.
No, not even the language.
We should make Germany a little bit dirtier so people want to travel more.
So, Aku, I realized Aku before it was between friends. Now I've realized by chatting with Indonesians, they use it more as an affection, like with your boyfriend. You would use Aku. Not with friends, but with your, at least in Jakarta.
Saya would be more formal.
Saya is very formal. Saya, and it sounds a little strange. And in Jakarta, and the Jakarta dialect is very, they use it all over Indonesia because it's cool. It would be, and it's from Chinese, gue. But gue, it's really slang. But gue, you would hear this in soap operas and MTV. They would speak like this.
But if you're ordering food and you say
Saya would be
Saya.
saya. But you don't need it because you just say minta and I beg for or I ask for.
Okay, no need
So
to
you
say
don't have minta nasi goreng satu.
Nasi goreng.
What I was going to say? Oh yeah, and for you would be, but you don't use you. Oh no, I know. If you don't know what to say here or to your partner, just use the name. Oh, Maria kan? Oh, Maria mau tidur dulu ya. Oh, Maria mau pergi dulu ya. Maria mau makan dulu ya. So they refer to themselves with their first name.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it there's no conjugation?
Themselves.
no.
Yeah, it's just Thai.
So you would say, yeah, you would say
Sergio.
Sergio Sergio ngantuk, Sergio tidur dulu ya, nanti makan Sergio. Like a child, and they speak all like this, it's normal. And if I talk to you, so, oh, Sergio mau minum. So mostly they do that, no, it's normal and you can do it. And if you don't know, yeah, what should I say? Should I use this one or this one? So just use the first name.
But for
And it's
example, if you
normal.
don't know a person, so at first, what are you supposed to say?
It depends. So if it's in the age of your father,
Ask their
No,
name.
but
Yeah.
know her name.
That's the first thing they do. They ask their name. But if it's in the age, if it could be your father from the age, so you use pa. No, pa. Wait, the whole word is pa, and as Indonesians never say oh pa.
Okay.
Pa, oder ibu, that's father. Ibu is mother. And mostly they say only bu, so they say bu, pa. And in Java, so now for the others, it's in every island different. Mas is for younger men. For example, if you're in a restaurant, you would call the
waiter, for
the
example.
waiter, you would call Mas, mau bayar Mas? Mas ini Mas? And the pembantu in English, the servants, they are also called Mas, because in Asia everyone has little money more than the other one. So.
But Ibu it is mother officially, but small children they start more something like mama or.
No, it's only before it was only the higher class. So like the international one, they say mom or mama or dad, but normally it's ibu. So they call her mom bu, but also every other woman who is in the age of.
Okay, small children, but very small children who are starting to make some sounds. They use ma because.
Yeah, they would say, but they want.
Actually, mama it means food.
Yeah,
and
but
there
the
is
problem
one
is
woman
if
who
they
makes
know
food.
that always this woman there says, oh, ibu blah blah blah, ibu blah blah blah. They use I don't know, maybe for eating. Yeah. Yeah. And
Probably just
ba would be the same for women, but it's only in Java. Mas and ba. So waiters, waitresses, and younger people. And this, yeah. Oh, and also in Java, because of the influence, they call also some people tante. So aunt, tante. And the first time someone called me tante, because it means, yeah, they don't see you, you know, as.
How old were you when they asked the first time?
27. 27, the first time I heard someone refer to me as tante.
What is the concept of colors? Do they have green, blue?
Yeah. Yellow, green, blue, yellow.
Yellow, of course, but green, blue is already in many languages. Green, blue is the same color.
Blue
The same thing.
is another name. Biru, hijau. Hijau is green, biru is blue. So.
Or do they have even more basic colors than we do? For example, in Russian we have sini, goloboy. These are two blues for us, for Europeans.
No.
West Europeans.
No. So they would say for like how you say this in English? Light blue and dark blue. They would say young blue and old blue.
Okay, so it's similar.
more fluent in Indonesian than English.
Yes,
Indonesian
I am.
is-
I'm Indonesian at heart.
How much time did you spend there?
Okay, I've spent only together for 14 months there, but I had an Indonesian boyfriend. And the point is, if you have one Indonesian, you have, as I told you before, 200 practice. You get 200 for free. My flat was always full of Indonesians. Always.
Where did you live in New Zealand?
Berlin.
So you learned Indonesian in Berlin?
Awesome.
Okay, it seems that